The history of photography is full of mysterious and improbable clichés, which still have, until today, no logical and rational explanation. And precisely, some old photos are quite enigmatic and often hide terrible secrets, which only appear in the red and subdued light of the development chambers. It is in these dark rooms, when removing the photo from its ammonium hyposulfite bath, that the developer discovers with amazement strange details or the presence of a spirit in a family photo. For all lovers of mystery, here are 10 photos that raise many unanswered questions, 10 mysterious photos, still unexplained to this day. Let's get started. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all notifications. The photo of the ghost of the Cooper family was undoubtedly one of the strangest and most terrifying family pictures in the history of silver photography. Appearing in 2009 on the English-speaking forums of the web, the photo quickly made its way around the world, causing amazement and astonishment among internet users. Indeed, photography, which was supposed to represent happy and smiling members of the same family, quickly turned into a nightmare when it was developed. For alongside the two happy women and their children, we can clearly see a blackened-faced corpse hanging from the ceiling upside down, with its arms dangling towards the floor. This photograph is believed to have been taken in 1959 when the Cooper family acquired a new home in Texas. As a result, they decided to take this mysterious photo to celebrate the event. Since this photograph was posted anonymously on the internet, it was very difficult to find an explanation. It was not until the year 2015 that an internet user, with the pseudonym Robert C., lifted the veil on this mysterious affair. He thus presented on the Metabunk forum formal proofs that he was one of the boys who appeared in the photo, and that this whole ghost story was nothing less than a hoax. In truth, the original of this picture had been thrown away by his mother, one of the two women who appeared in it, and someone with malicious intent found it and doctored it, incorporating the corpse into it, and also making it look like an old photograph. Since the assassination of the 35th President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, the craziest conspiracy theories have emerged. But if most of them are just far-fetched, others are supported by solid arguments or evidence, such as the photos of the mysterious Lady Babushka. The mystery surrounding this lady lies in a few snapshots taken at Dealey Plaza in Dallas at the very moment Kennedy was shot. Indeed, this old lady, who gets her nickname from her scarf, tied in the Soviet way, was strangely well placed to witness the shooting, as if she knew in advance where to stand. She thus appears wearing what looks like a camera and seems to immortalize the whole tragic scene, without the slightest concern for the chaos caused by the shooting. To this day, no one has been able to formally identify the Babushka Lady, nor what she may have recorded as photos or videos. Yet it is certain that such material evidence could have lifted the veil on Kennedy's murder, and shattered a 50-year-old conspiracy theory. Old pictures from the early days of the age of silver photography have always aroused curiosity and fascination among the public, especially when they are imbued with mystery. The picture you see now is believed to have been taken inside a textile factory in Belfast in about 1900. In this photo, you can clearly see 15 young female workers, gently posing for a group photo. A very nice shot, therefore, supposed to immortalize these hard-working young women in their workplace. However, a very disturbing detail appears on the picture, that curdles the blood when you finally understand what it is all about. Take a good look at the second woman with the dark shirt, on the far right of the picture. Her name was Ellen Donnelly, and this photo was shared by her little girl. Can't you see the hand holding her by the shoulder? But who could it belong to, since you can clearly see that the two women around her have their arms folded? And if you look closely at Ellen's face, you will also see that she has a distant, fleeting look on her face, while the other 14 workers had eyes only for the photographer's lens. This photo, made famous by this ghostly hand that is a little too clingy, has not yet been explained. All the more so since all the photography experts who have analyzed, they have not been able to determine the slightest trick. Usually, ghost stories and poltergeist are supposed to be spooky, but some of them fortunately has a happy ending in the Hollywood way. This is the case of the White Lady of Worstead Church and the incredible cliché of Diane Berthelot, who immortalized this strange apparition forever. Suffering from violent pain after the removal of her gallbladder in 1975, Diane and her husband Peter had decided to take a vacation in Norfolk County, England. When they arrived, the couple and their son went to visit the local church, and Diane, feeling tired, sat down on a pew to rest. It was at that very moment that Peter, her beloved husband, decided to take a picture of her for vacation memories. Oddly enough, Diane felt much better, as if she hadn't never been sick, but it never occurred to him that his recovery was related to the church, or to some improbable miracle that had taken place there. It wasn't until 6 months later, when the vacation photos were developed, that the Berthelot family discovered the incredible truth. Indeed, in the church photo, the silhouette of a woman, wearing clothes from another era, appeared sitting on a pew just behind Diane. When questioned by the family on the subject, the vicar of the church then told them the legend of the White Lady, known to be a healer, who sometimes appeared to the sick to relieve them of their calvaries. The photo of Grandpa Russell's ghost is one of the most enigmatic pictures ever taken, so much so that it is now considered one of the best proofs of the existence of ghosts. This photo, taken on August 17, 1997, in a retirement home by the young American Denise Russell, portrays her grandmother during a picnic organized by the nursing staff. But when the photos were printed, no one noticed the strange anomaly that was nevertheless clearly visible. Indeed, an old man, who looked like his grandfather, was standing behind his grandmother, staring at the lens. In fact, it was only 3 years later, at Christmas 2000, that the family discovered this incredible detail. It was while leafing through an old family album that Denise Russell realized that her grandfather appeared in the 1997 portrait, except that he had died 13 years earlier. The famous Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, is the hotel that inspired the horrific story of Stephen King's 1977 bestseller The Shining. This sordid place quickly became, following the infatuation of the novel and then the cult film with Jack Nicholson in 1980, a mecca for tourists in search of paranormal phenomena. The Mosling family had just taken part in one of these guided tours on spirits, and the memory they were going to bring back with them of that day was really amazing. Indeed, among the many photos John Mosling and his wife Jessica had taken, one of them showed what appeared to be a ghostly little girl walking down the stairs of the hotel. The couple remembered that there were no girls in the visiting group that day. Moreover, the ghostly appearance of the girl leaves no doubt that she is a ghost. Raynham Hall's photograph of the Brown Lady is a very strange black and white portrait, whose opaque mystery has not yet been unveiled to this day. The original image shows a spectral silhouette, descending the stairs of the English mansion of Raynham Hall. This mysterious photograph was taken on September 19, 1936, by the photographers of Country Life magazine. The photograph would reveal the ghost of Dorothy Townsend, the wife of Charles Townsend, the former owner of the mansion. According to the legend, Dorothy, who liked to wear brown dresses, died in 1729 at the foot of these stairs, at the very spot where her ghost appears in the photograph. This photograph has of course been inspected over and over again by so many experts, all of whom have practically ruled out the theory of faking. In the end, it is one of the most famous and credible ghost photos in the world. The photo of the Ghost of Evercreech is a sordid photomontage of very poor quality, but which may have passed itself off to the public as a true ectoplasmic apparition. The photograph, published in 2008 by the daily newspaper The Sun, shows the alleged ghost of a young boy against a backdrop of a country landscape. It was supposedly taken in 2003, near the village of Evercreech, by a farmer who denies having seen anyone on the lens when the photo was taken. But thanks to the perspicacity of internet users and Star Wars fans, the deception was finally revealed, and what appeared to be the ghost of a young boy was in fact the young actor Jake Lloyd, the interpreter of Anakin Skywalker. It was in fact a promotional photograph from the film The Phantom Menace, superimposed on another photo of the field and embellished with a summary faking. Taken in 1956 in the Church of Eastry in England, the portrait of the Phantom of the Monk of Eastry is a very famous photograph, and whose enigma has never been elucidated. On the black and white photo appears what seems to be a priest with his cassock and white collar, crossing his hands in a penitent posture. It is certainly true that the authenticity of this famous photograph has never been determined, but the fact remains that the silhouette of a priest that appears in it really seems to come from the afterlife. Appearances of ghosts and other poltergeists are almost always associated with dry land, but some paranormal stories have also taken place on the high seas. The mysterious faces of the SS Watertown represent one of these phenomena, immortalized in a 1924 photograph, which to this day has never been fully explained. The old photograph shows two faces atrociously disfigured by pain, directly drawn in relief in the foam of the ocean. These mysterious faces would belong, according to the legend, to two unfortunate sailors who had died a day before in atrocious suffering, asphyxiated in the tanks of the tanker where they were operating. So, what do you think of these 10 enigmatic photos? Which one impressed you the most? Give us your thoughts in the comments.